class, my name is Dea Smith, and this is my persuasive speech. Growing up, I lived in Seattle, a city way smaller than Los Angeles. I was disadvantaged with a small public metro system and grew up always knowing I would need a car once I was of age to drive one. I was lucky enough to receive one, but upon moving to Los Angeles at 18, my car was totaled and I was left without a car. I was shocked and surprised to see how small and how unsafe the LA public metro really felt. We have buses that are almost always under construction and an underground metro system that is almost unusable to the public. We are so lucky here in Los Angeles that we have one of the highest car ownership rates. According to Money Geek statistics, about 87% of us who are of age have cars. What about that other 12% of us? In 1993, Los Angeles County opened what is now known as the Red Line, serving tens of thousands of Angelenos a day as a great way to commute and use affordable transportation in a safe, convenient way. The concept of this was fantastic, but the way our city has handled this is horrible. Crime rates, construction, and drug use on the Red Line have been at an all-time high. It is so important and so urgent that as a city, we urge Los Angeles to provide us with convenient and safe transportation, because for many of us, we don't have the same resources to access cars and ride shares. As a resident or a traveler, there are many safe and fun things to do in LA that are totally affordable and free. So many great job opportunities, so many things to see and learn. Los Angeles is so lucky to be such a popular and loved city by many people. That being said, there are also hundreds of thousands of us who are homeless or below the federal poverty line. Not all of us have ways to safely and affordably move around the city. LA is home to the largest population per county in the country, with 14.2% of us being below the federal poverty line. It is important that we care about transportation because it's an issue to all of us, and for many of us, it determines our futures, our falls, and our successes. Transportation will help us get to work, it will help us get to school, and it will help us do all of the necessary and urgent tasks we need to do to build our lives. It is simply unfair that in a city so expensive as Los Angeles, access to safe and affordable rides is not provided in a way that is suitable to all of us. Now, let's discuss how in Los Angeles, the corruption of the underground metro has severely affected our access to transportation, as well as the necessities of affordable and safe ways to travel around our large city. In Los Angeles County, we have one of the worst homelessness crises in the entire United States. LA County has built an area called Skid Row that is estimated to have 11,000 homeless individuals contained in that area. While I'm absolutely an advocate for affordable and free housing resources, I don't think many of us realize how Los Angeles not handling this issue has an effect on all of us here. Many encampments have been built in our underground metro stations that serve as hubs for drugs, unsafe syringes being used, lethal fluids, as well as trash everywhere. Los Angeles Public Metro is no longer a safe place for children or especially women. I remember one time, the only time I attempted to use the underground metro, an older man had come up to me and said, "Wow, I'm surprised to see such a young woman down here by herself." I immediately went up and ordered an Uber, which at the time was not affordable to me. There's little to no security on our metro stations and no real action being made to help us or the people experiencing crisis in those areas. This year alone, according to KTLA News, 22 people have died on metro buses and trains, mostly from suspected overdoses. That's more than all of last year. While this is such a tragic issue and something our local government absolutely needs to handle, LA County is responsible and knows there are many ways to make our metro safer. Reliable and patrolled areas are necessary. We need to not be able to worry about death and violence and drug use. Secondly, it's so important that we as a community urge the importance of these issues and the need for safe and affordable transportation. Not only is affordable transportation good for community, but it's also good for our environment. Having low prices on public transportation may urge the people to use our metro. Instead of adding to more cars and toxic carbon monoxide in our city, less fuels burned means better air quality for cities that integrate public transit. Approximately 85% of the greenhouse gas emissions that come from transportation are due to our day-to-day commutes. By leaving our car at home and us taking the bus, we can save up to 22 pounds of carbon monoxide emissions every day. Including our environment in the conversation is so important, but it's also really important that we talk about community. Another way that we can be more equitable as a society is making sure all people have equal opportunity to access these rides. E-mobility is one of society's greatest weaknesses, and if you take these opportunities away from people, somebody who does have the opportunity can easily take it away from somebody who deserves it more and needs a better way to be able to access those opportunities. By making sure we have safe and affordable ways to access transportation, we're helping ourselves divulge into the real endeavors of our lives. Hopefully, now after hearing about all these crises in LA with our underground metro and the importance of safety and affordability, you'll understand why our public transportation is so important to society and all of us. It absolutely needs to be made better for our greater good. Affordable, safe, and all transportation is not a luxury, it's a necessity. We all need access to this, whether you're somebody with a car, somebody who does use public transportation, or somebody who doesn't have a way to get around. It's super easy to relate to the concept that we all deserve the same opportunities and the same access just to have ways to get around our city. It's equitable and necessary. Please remember the ideas I shared and help me raise awareness towards this ongoing issue in our city. Thanks for listening to what I had to say.